how sweet the sound.
All right, so we're going to have a nice little yoga nidra plan for tonight. A little bit of movement, a little bit of yoga nidra. So we're going to begin with a few ohms. And just ohm it well. Don't try to time the ohms. Allow yourself to settle first. Find the bottom of your pelvis. Find that space 2 to 3 inches beneath the area of the navel in the center of the pelvis. And begin to allow your breath to originate both the inhale and the exhale from that point. On the inhale, allowing that to expand, feeling the back moving backwards, the belly moving forwards. And on the exhale, just feel those coming back together, expanding and contracting. Spanda. Ganesha, Mula Mantra, Om Gum Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Ganapataye. Well, this is Tara.
And this is Bill.
And together we are Cosmic Water. So, we now wish to invoke the deity of Cosmic Water, the Lord of Cosmic Water, Narayana. And this is Om Namo Narayanai Namaha. Om Namo Narayanai. Om Namo Narayanai. Om Namo Narayanai. Upanishad Blessing Mantra. Om Sano Bhavatu. Sano Bhunatu. Saviryam Garavavai. Tejasvinavai. to the gurus, to all that teaches us. Gurave. Om Rim Namah Shivaya. Tasmai Shri Gurave. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Rim Namah Shivaya. Tasmai Shri Gurave. Namovaha Sadavaha Swagatam Sadavaha. Good evening, all you beautiful people, and may you find blessings upon your journey. Namovaha.
Welcome, friends.
All right, so looks like you have plenty of room there. You're going to need some room. If you have a floor space, it might be nice to begin on the floor, but you can be in a bed. A bed will be fine. We're going to begin by sitting, so you can sit up in a bed if you're in a bed, or you can sit on the edge of a bed, wherever that works for you, or sit on the floor in a comfortable place. But wherever you're sitting, get your hips above your knees. And allow your awareness to begin to come to that space. And allow a part of your awareness to dwell in that space. So this is the equinox. Yesterday was the equinox. This is an auspicious time. This is the time to plant seeds of intention that will then begin to sprout and fruit and flower as the season progresses into the summer and into the fall. This is the time to plant those seeds, those deep seeds of intention of where we need or where we wish to go. And in this class, and always a somatic class with me, we want to celebrate failure. So in a Yoga Nidrā and the kind of class we're doing tonight, somatic class, our mind's going to wander. The whole idea is to keep something interesting in our bodies, varying, doing different things. But it's the mind, it's the human brain. It wants to do what it wants to do. The ego just is not a good slave, but it's a worse master. So when you realize that you're not focused on attention, don't beat yourself up about it. Celebrate the fact that you failed and that you're now back on. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. It's just a process. It's a process. It's not going to end. Just let it happen. And tonight we'll be using the stick figure in our body, the 3-year-old depiction of a human body, right? 5 lines in a circle, right? The arms, the legs, the spine. And notice that those are just lines. And the lines, when we draw a line, represent the very center. So the center line, the torso line on that stick figure, that's right in the center of the body. It's not the spine, it's right in the center. Right in the center of the arms are the lines, right in the center of the legs, and there's round bowling balls right on top of the shoulders. So you can allow the head to float on top of the shoulders. All right, so this practice we're going to work our way through the nested layers of consciousness Okay, there's the Advaita folks have a 5 system that's a little bit different than this. They call it the doshas. This really doesn't have any name, but it's a 5+1 system in recognition that we have stuff. We have stuff around us, right? And we have stuff within us. This is our stuff that we have. We have to recognize that. That's a vastu. That's part of the layer. We carry that around with us when we think we own something, or when we think someone owes us something, or when we owe someone else something. It's something that weighs on us in that way. Okay, so in this ownership kind of thing, or this begrudging kind of way. And then we have the body itself, right? The body itself and some kind of perhaps barrier there. Then we have the heart mind. So we're going to try to go deep into that in the physical practice, stay in the heart mind during the meditative practice, and then get into the deeper states, the state of the void, the sunya state, which is similar to what they have in Buddhism. In Buddhism, it ends there. It just ends at the void. But we have another level after that, and that's the absolute. That's absolute consciousness. Being one with that unity, being one with that unity of consciousness. So there's something on the other side of the void. Very often we find ourselves in the void in a yoga nidra. And we just have to flow and allow it to be, and allow it to be. All right, so let's go ahead and start at the outside. Let's just begin to scan our body just a little bit. Let's begin the crown of the head. How does the crown of the head feel? Can you feel hair up there? Can you feel air? Can you feel any kind of flow? What kind of smells do you feel in your head? What kind of sounds do you hear in your ears? Taste in your mouth? Sensations. Without a description, without linking together, just pure sensation. And begin to bring the awareness into the jaw. Just notice if you're holding any tension in the jaw space. Let it go. The jaw drop. Don't pull it down. When the jaw releases, it comes towards the throat just a little. And you can let go. Let your tongue settle on the bottom of the mouth. Begin to bring your awareness down the spine from the back of the head, the bottom of the head. If you can feel the shape of the vertebrae of the neck, all the way down to the top of the shoulders. See what you feel there. Just notice how the breath, breathing soft and easy, belly relaxing on the inhale. See if you can feel the breath expanding into the vertebrae between the shoulders. Continue down the vertebrae, just feeling a line. Is it a straight line? Does it feel the same on both sides? Does it feel the same in the front? Can you feel the front of your spine, drifting your awareness down the spine? Can you begin to feel the lower back, the curvature in the lower back? Can you relax and be easy? Can you feel the breath rolling your pelvis a little bit forward, a little bit back? A little bit forward in the inhale. Allow the inhale to be an opportunity to become longer with your chin relaxed down, jaw relaxed. Feel the crown of your head lifting towards the ceiling lightly. And every exhale, as the navel gently tones towards the spine, see if just that action can hold your body upright without doing any extra work. Inhale, belly relaxing. Feel where the spine turns into the pelvis. The pelvis wraps around. See if you can feel the bottom of the pelvis, the sits bones. Feel how you're using your sits bones. Is the weight equal? You're favoring one side or another? Just how is that in your body? And then bring your awareness into your legs. Noticing the clothing on your body. Noticing how the legs feel. How do they feel as they come away from the pelvis? noticing that intersection of the stick man, the bottom Y. Allow your awareness to drift down your knees, your lower legs, your ankles, and your feet. Begin to, in particular, notice how your feet are bearing weight, even in a seated position. Just notice where the weight is in the feet. Is there a way you can allow the foot to relax a little more, the ankle to relax, the knee to relax, your whole body to relax, to allow the foot to rest a little more softly, a little bit more easily on the earth. Begin to bring your awareness back to your breath, into that lower belly region. And just pay attention to the rocking of your pelvis just for a moment. Emphasize on the inhale without effort, without a destination. A full expansion of the body. Just allow the body to relax and be held by the inhale. Crown of the head still lifting for the ceiling. We're not lifting the nose or the chin. Pelvis is heavy. On the exhale, let it go. Several times, and then maybe a little more toning on the pelvis. See if you can bring the rock from the kunda. Rock back, rock forward. And not by pushing the pelvis, not by engaging any muscles. It's trying to let the breath do that by relaxing everything that's stopped the pelvis from the move. You may want to bring awareness to your breath through the sound of the breath. Humsa, hum on the inhale, sa on the exhale. And now, on your next exhale, as the kunda is going down towards the floor, feel the tail lift and allow the chin to softly drop down towards the collarbone. So the tail's lifting up. So the whole front of your body is shortening. Allow the ribs to relax down towards the pelvis and feel the back lengthen. Inhale. From the belly, allow the belly to lift the ribs, expand the ribs to lift the chest. Allow the body to become long. Feel the head lifting from the effort of the breath. Hardly any at all. The pelvis still heavy on the floor. Several more times. So it's a nice back lengthening. Chin's coming down. Pelvis is lifting. Front of the ribs are softening down towards the pelvis. The pelvis is lifting. The pubic bone's lifting towards the ribs. Back is lengthening. The whole front of the body is short. And then inhale slowly. Slowly as you can to release back up. There you go. And just take a few moments to scan through your body quickly. This time starting from the feet. See if the feet are a little bit more rested on the ground. Just notice if your legs feel different than they did before, different from each other. Bring that awareness right up through the thighs, into the hip joint, into the pelvis. Where does the back begin to take the weight from the pelvis? See if you can feel that. See if you can feel this cascading up the spine for length on every inhale and exhale. Allow the kunda to tone. It wants to do that. If you get out of the way, and that's all it takes to keep the back long. See, the front's closing down and the back has to lengthen when that happens. So that keeps the back long, the head still lifting. Nice. Now go ahead and bring the right hand somewhere towards the right shoulder with the elbow and the upper arm pretty parallel to the ground. And just start drawing the elbow forward a little, just as slowly as you can, and then slowly release. And now allow your head to turn, head and eyes to turn the same way as the elbow. So everything's moving a little bit to the left at the same time. And then back out. Just very slowly, just feeling how the weight shifts on your pelvis. Slow, just a couple times. And then the next time you begin to move your elbow, move your head and your eyes towards the elbow. So the elbow and the arm and the shoulder are moving to the left and the head is moving to the right. Notice how this changes the way you hold your body from the pelvis. Just do a couple of those. And then go the same way once again. Just see if that hasn't changed something. And relax whenever you need to. I'm actually starting to be a little fatigued on my shoulder, so I'm not going to do anymore. Don't take yourself to fatigue. It's not going to help you. You don't want to train your body to feel fatigue from easy movement. Right? You just want to let that go. It's better to let it go. Next time you do it, you'll feel better about it. Left arm up, same thing. Gently begin to draw the left elbow in, just anywhere you can. Even if the hand doesn't reach, you can just keep the hand relaxed down, slowly just forward. So you can feel the front of the chest shortening as the back lengthens through this, and then reverse that. Feel the back across the shoulders lengthening, chest opening. And then the next time, allow the head to turn to the right as the arm does. So you can keep them in sync so that the nose and the elbow are always the same distance. And slowly back. Allow your body to twist. Allow the pelvis to be involved if it wants to. And just several easy times, and then we'll turn the head the other way. Bringing our awareness deeper and deeper into the spine, starting to connect the heart space with the space of the belly now. So we're moving in different directions and then go the same direction once again. Still connecting the heart space with the belly space. And then go ahead and release it. And then we're going to do one more seated movement, then we're going to come to lying and into the Nidrā. So just bring your left hand off to the side of your body someplace. Awareness on the bottom of the pelvis, reach the right arm up. And then slowly as you bring your gaze to the right fingers, allow the right fingers to come towards the left. Try to maintain a balance in your pelvis and then back. So we're just feeling into the spine. Notice what happens in your breathing, slow and easy. You don't have to time the breath with this kind of a movement. You're laying down for half an hour, so you just want to move a little bit. And if it feels good, you can kind of stay over to one side, maybe move the arm in circles just a little bit, just from the shoulder. Slow and easy, trying to feel that movement through the chest, all the way down into the pelvis. You might even notice that your feet, as you're sitting there, have changed a little bit. And then circle a little bit the other way. And once again, if you become tired or this just isn't working for you, release it. It works just as well in the imagination. Go ahead and release that right arm down. Give yourself a moment to scan across the shoulders very quickly. Just noticing the difference in the right side of the body and the left. Bring the right hand out to the side. Reach up with the left hand. once again, just slowly gaze up towards the fingertips. Not a lot of weight. We're not putting a lot of weight. We're just supporting ourselves on the floor, on the hand on the floor, and slowly back. Gaze back forward, rolling over. Lengthening both sides of the body as we lift and roll over. So we're not really trying to compress into one side. We're trying to lengthen. And that's what helps hold the pelvis more stable. Whoa, right out of the crown of the head as we look up. Looking up helps to lengthen the right side. It helps to bring the weight over the right sits bone so you can reach up out of that. And maybe allow that left arm to make small, easy circles. Just noticing where there might be some catching. And anytime you bring yourself anywhere near pain or stuckness, go back the other way and go around that stuff. And then go the other way a little bit. And release the arm. Give yourself a moment to sense the differences. And then we're going to make our way onto our back. In fact, we're going to go ahead and begin Yoga Nidrā when you come onto your back. So begin to find what you need to support your body. Whatever it is, your head, legs can be long, they can be standing with the knees together. They can be long and supported, something under your head, something under the small of your back, whatever feels right for you. Begin to imagine that you're lying in warm sand. It's a cool day, a cool, sunny day, but the sand is warm. Begin to notice the warmth of the sand, the coolness of the air, the difference between the front of your body and the back of your body. Allowing yourself to soften deeper and deeper into the meditation. Begin to bring your awareness to the right side of your body. Just notice the right torso as you're breathing. Awareness focused on the right. And to notice the expansion in the right side of the body. It comes, the energy follows the awareness. Allow that to happen. Feel the breath come up to the top of the nose and it all drift down the right side. And begin to imagine a dirty red color in the right side. Hold that in the bottom for just a moment. And then begin to expel it out. I'm going to ask you to do a different kind of breathing count. So I'm going to ask you to bring us into a deeper state, to inhale for a count of 5 into the right side. Feel that red. Feel any latent or pent up or unresolved anger and aggression in that right side. Begin to loosen the knees and cool in the pelvic floor. And then exhale it up the left side for a count of 10. Tara's playing a beat where there's different counts that you can get out of this. So you can change the timing and adjust it to where you need to be. But bring your awareness to the count of 5 on the inhale into the right side. Count of 10 out the left side. Feel both nostrils, the air pouring into the right side, expanding, feeling the chest expand. This red, dark red, turning into a ruby red as aggression, latent aggression and anger is being released. and slowly lift it out the left side. Notice the difference in the sensation between the right and the left. The count is slow and in your head. And one more time, inhaling on the right. This deep, dirty red turning into a ruby glowing red. It's like 10 million sunrises. Leaving that ruby red, the light of dynamic, compassionate action. Kriya Shakti. And now we will bring the awareness to the left side, inhaling into the left, allowing the left torso to expand. And this time we feel, we have, with all of our senses, a beige, a dirty, a matte white color into the left, where it begins to detach fear and attachment. Let it pool in the bottom and then exhale out the right for a count of 10. And the white becomes a brilliant white, the white of 10 million moonbeams now. And the fear and attachment become discerning wisdom, Jnana Shakti, the power of wisdom. And repeat this a total of 3 times, 5 counts on the inhale. 10 counts on the exhale, and a small delay, maybe a count, maybe 2, in the space between. It's feeling deeper into the body, feeling the sensation along the center of the body, feeling the movement, feeling the energy, feeling the displacement of fear and attachment with the light of 10 million moonbeams, the light of wisdom, the light of Jnana Shakti, discerning wisdom, Tat Sarka. And when we've done the 3 breaths, let that go for a moment and begin to notice the sensations in your body, the differences. How you're lying on the floor. You can continue with the sound of Hamsa with your breath through this. And finally, we're going to allow both sides to expand as the breath goes up to the third eye, falls like a waterfall down both sides and begins to pool in the pelvic floor, where it's initially a smoky, murky, and we're beginning to release dullness, ignorance, and apathy. 10 seconds, and then exhale up the central, right up the center of the body. Exhale, feel the khanda pull in, feel the tailbone lift towards the central channel, feel that energy from the tail, from the spine come all the way up. 5 seconds in, both sides. And this white that's at first dirty begins to turn into a rainbow of colors, or a brilliant, brilliant white beyond description, Shri. Removing dullness, ignorance, and apathy, replacing it with the light of your essence, nature. Chit Shakti. Ready, you finish the breaths, give yourself a few moments of quiet, just listening to your body. We have reached into the prana level now, the deha level, the heart-mind level, the chitta level. And now we're in the prana level, the life force level. Feeling that run through your body so you can feel every cell become alive with every breath. Still lying in this warm sand, beginning to recognize that sand once again. Begin to scan through your body. Begin to feel the sand. Begin to hear some sounds. Begin to feel a breeze. Back in the sand, beginning to notice that the sand is a brilliant, beautiful gold, and it's so fine. Recognizing that you're lying by a very large body of water. Waves are rolling in. Begin to smell the smells of the sea. taste of the sea.
Waves
The
are
waves are rolling in.
waves are rolling
The waves are rolling in.
waves are
You begin to realize that the waves are coming closer and closer to you.
waves are rolling
This golden sand is shimmering. It's glowing. You begin to notice that your feet in the sand are beginning to shimmer and glow as the sand shimmers and glows. You begin to notice your ankles, your lower legs are also turning this golden color. Waves are rolling in. Waves are rolling in. Your knees are now that glistening gold, and your thighs, all the way to the top of your legs. Waves are rolling in. Waves are rolling in. In fact, your legs, your whole lower body has become one with the earth, the golden earth. Begin to bring your awareness to the pelvic floor, which is now part of the earth, and to yourself. And deep from the pelvic floor, begin to hear the bija. Lum, 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 lum. Continue with hearing that lum and wonder and fascinate over this occurrence of the element of earth being one with your lower body, all the way to your pelvic floor. Waves are rolling in. Waves are rolling in. And the waves are coming closer and closer. You feel the water on your toes. You notice that this water is the most pristine, pure water that you have ever seen. It's lapping up over your ankles. Waves are rolling in. Waves are rolling in. It's up over your pelvic floor now, and you notice that your whole pelvic bowl is filled with this pristine water. This beautiful, beautiful water flowing, dissolving, all within it. Bring your awareness to the center of the pelvic bowl with this pristine, perfect water. Beautiful purple flowers on either side at the iliac crest. And begin to hear from deep in your belly the sound of the seed. Vum, 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 vum. Continue to hear the sound. Vum, 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 vum. And now you begin to notice that the waves are no longer of water. They're waves of fire, blazing red fire. Transforming the golden body of water, into the body of fire, centered between the navel and the heart center, all the way up to the bottom of the throat. It's transforming, transformative, the power of fire coming in waves. Waves are rolling in. Waves are rolling in. Waves are rolling in. Bring your awareness to the heart center, feeling the sensations of the transformation. Seeing a pyramid of fire centered at the heart, and begin to chant from the heart the bija of the heart, the bija of the bija, the fire element. Rum, 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 rum. Now notice that the waves have turned into waves of wind. The wind in the form of 6 smoky black balls. Balls taking residence in the pit of your throat. The top of your palate. The element of the wind, mobility, flexibility. Creativity. Begin to detect the odor of a delicate incense, a fine, sweet, sensitive smell. Bring your awareness to the pit of the throat, or the soft palate, and begin to hear the bija of the wind. Yum, 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 And then begin to recognize that your body is not there at all. From the third eye above is space. Space lying in all directions and in no direction at all. Pure, empty space. Iridescent, blue sphere of infinite space. The bija, the seed for the space elements. Om, 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 om. Om, 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 om. Dwelling in open space. Saturate in the sense of all the elements aligned in perfect resonance with you. Sensing that you are solidity, flow, transformation, creativity, and spacious openness. Lie in awareness. Bring your awareness back from the crown of the head. To the throat, back to the heart space. Awareness back to the center of the pelvis. Into the pelvic floor and the lower body. Sensing once again that you are solidity. You are flow, transformation, mobility, and spaciousness. Now, using your city powers, levitate yourself off of the sand and bring yourself deep, deep into a chasm. A deep chasm, the chasm of your heart. Infinite openness, of infinite space within your heart. Dwell in the heart space, beyond the space and time.
I'm floating through space and time.
Spacious openness, mobility, transformation, and solidity inside
inside the flow. And the raging river becomes a flow. Once you let go, the beauty you'll know inside the flow. And the raging river becomes a flow. Once you let go, the beauty you'll know inside the flow. And the raging river becomes a flow. Once you let go, the beauty you'll know inside the flow. 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 Sukino bhavantu.
Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Namo Namaskar.